Hi, today I'm reviewing the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil eyeshadow palette. And really quick, I just want to say I purchased all these products with my own money, so you know you can trust my opinion is what I honestly believe. And if you want to help support the channel, click on the Amazon link below before you make your purchase. So this palette caught my eye when I was at Ulta the other day, and I had to pick it up because it was so beautiful. The color of it's beautiful. Take me back to Brazil. I'd love to go to Brazil. And then I'd love to go back there after I get back. So anyway, but if you check out these colors, it's very fun. So if you're into colors at all, they've got some nice colors. They've also got black, which you could use for kind of eyeliner, or you can use it as a base to kind of pop out some of the colors and kind of make them change a little bit as well. But very beautiful palette. So let me start with my scale and I'll tell you what I think, and then I'll give you swatches of all of these colors. There's 35 different eyeshadows here, which is amazing. So the number one is the packaging. The packaging is pretty simple, easy, kind of condensed compared to some of those Morphe palettes where you've got 35 pans with the palette, or the palette itself is gigantic. This one's decent, so if you like to travel a lot but like to use the colors, you've got it all right here. So the packaging is nice. Alcohol, there's no alcohol in this. Fragrance is the third criterion. There's no fragrance in these at all. Number 4 is the manufacturing location, and this is made in China. China. So I dinged it for that. It would be better had it been made somewhere else. China just doesn't have the tightest regulations, and there's just there's so many warehouses and manufacturing locations, so it would just be better if it were made elsewhere. But I don't know how else you get an eyeshadow palette with 35 colors for $18. So number 5 is the ease of use, and these are very easy to use. And like I said, you can use the black base or the white base to kind of enhance some of the colors or kind of give them a little different tint to them. And then number 6 is the pigmentation, and I gave it a thumb up there. They're pretty pigmented. Some of the yellows don't show up quite as bright as you would think, but that's just because your natural skin color kind of impacts that, and they're a little bit not as bright as some of the pinks. But overall, it's pretty pigmented. Number 7 is animal testing, and BH Cosmetics is cruelty-free. Number 8 is performance, and these perform quite well. I highly recommend, though, using an eyeshadow primer with these. These are a little bit more powdery than some other eyeshadows, so you're definitely going to want to use a primer with them. Otherwise, they can kind of crease a little bit. But overall, they perform pretty good. Number 9 is the price, and this is $18, which is a bargain for 35 different colors. If you think about it, that's what is that, like 50 cents an eyeshadow? So pretty decent price. And then number 10 is the it factor, and I gave it a thumb up there. It got me to buy it, so, and the Take Me Back to Brazil and the fun colors. So gave it a thumb up there. And so let me give you guys some swatches of all of these colors so you can kind of see if you think you might need this or not. So there you go. The shadows are definitely more powdery than a lot of other eyeshadows, but then again, you're getting a palette with 35 colors for $18, which is a pretty good deal. They're very buildable. There is more fallout than most other eyeshadows, and but for the most part, they're all pretty pigmented. And if you like having a lot of different colors, this is a great palette to have. A lot of the pinks are just a little bit different than the next, which is great. But if you like colors and use a lot of color in your eye looks, this is worth picking up. But definitely look like a Care Bear or a My Little Pony on my arm or something. I don't know. It's very fun colors. So overall, it's decent. More powdery. Not as high quality eyeshadows. But if you like having a lot of colors or are new and starting to collect makeup, this is well worth checking out because you'll get a lot of different colors for a little bit of dollars. So anyway, I'm interested if you guys have had a chance to check this palette out yet or not. And if so, how did you like it? And what are your thoughts? So leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Feel free to subscribe if you're not already. I come out with at least one new review every day. And check out nobsbeauty.net. Thank you so much, guys. Hi, this is Sarah from No BS Beauty, and I'm proud to offer you one of my first products, and it is a stainless steel makeup palette, and I've been using ones like these for quite a while, and it makes it a lot easier to mix kind of custom foundation shades, custom serums, custom lip colors. You need something like this in your makeup routine to make things a lot easier. And all the profits from it will go to help the channel, which I'm independent and I purchase all the products with my own money. So definitely all of the profits will go so I can continue to bring you good reviews. But, you know, things I like to use are retinol. Retinol is definitely a good thing to use. But sometimes some of them can be a little too strong. So sometimes I like to mix them with other serums. So I'll use this to kind of custom make my retinol at night. So it's a little bit less irritating when you mix it in with something else. Or another thing you can do is mix in a vitamin C. Some of these can be a little oily or greasy, so sometimes it's nice to be able to mix it in with another serum. So I like to use the Clinique one, and I'll mix this in just a little bit because otherwise sometimes it can be a little too oily. And I'll mix it in, and in the morning I'll apply it all over my face before sunscreen. And another good vitamin C serum I like is the Dermadoctor one, but sometimes using the dropper with that can be a little messy, so sometimes I just like to mix just a little bit in with another serum. I love the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Serum, definitely a holy grail of mine. And I like to mix that in with it as well. Or sometimes before I go to bed, if I've got something else going on the next day, I like to mix in a little bit of tanner, self-tanner, but sometimes if you use it alone, it can get a little too orange or a little too dark. So sometimes mixing that in with another serum makes it definitely a lot better and a lot more moisturizing for your skin as well. So definitely something you can use in your serums or your kind of custom make your own skincare routine by using that and mixing up all these products. So definitely something worth considering there. And I also like to use it to mix in some of my custom foundations. So let me show you that too. Another thing I've been using this palette for is mixing and kind of customizing my own foundation. You can almost create a specific color if you have certain foundations that don't mesh well with your skin tone or even your skin texture. You can almost create your own custom foundation. One foundation I love is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro. However, sometimes I can find it to be a little too drying and almost kind of giving you more of a matte finish. So sometimes I'll mix in a little bit of the Josie Mara and Argan Moonstone drops with it and then use it. And it kind of helps kind of lessen the color and kind of give it a little bit more of a glowy look. Another thing I like to use is mixing in sometimes with oil with a foundation, and sometimes that gives you more of a dewy look. So sometimes I'll mix that in with the Dr. Jart, and it helps give you a little bit more of a glow to it. So sometimes mix in just a little bit in, and you definitely want to be careful with what you're mixing just to make sure that the ingredients are compatible, because certain types of foundations don't work well with certain types of other ingredients, but something to consider, definitely. But you can almost create your own custom look. I love this, but sometimes I feel like I need a little bit of a glow to it, so I'll mix in some of my NYX Born to Glow Illuminator with it. So you can definitely do that. Also, Cover FX makes a great, they're custom cover drops, but you can use these to alter the color of any foundation. So this is great to mix that with. Just give it a couple drops there. And then mix that in with another foundation to make it either lighter or darker. The Ordinary Serum Foundation is great, but I found it difficult to get the exact color. So sometimes mixing the other colors works well. Cover FX also has these new glitter drops. So sometimes it's nice to be able to use this to mix in with either a foundation or just to put it on this. And then you can use a brush to either dip it in and apply it as eyeshadow, or dip it in and apply it onto lips as kind of a lipstick cover. So there's definitely some great options, and definitely love some of Cover FX's custom enhancer drops, but you can use this to mix it in with almost any different type of foundation and add a little bit of color here and there. But definitely using this, and if you use a sponge or a beauty blender, you can get that damp and then just use this to dip it in and apply it. It makes it a heck of a lot easier than trying to do it in your hand, or I don't know where else you would even, maybe the lid of another product, but this definitely makes all of that a heck of a lot easier. So it's definitely something worth picking up. And all of the profits from the sales of this palette will go to support my independent reviews. I purchase all the products myself just so I can give you an honest opinion as opposed to somebody that gets the products for free to review. I personally like to purchase them so I can give you my completely objective review without having to feel like I owe a company anything because they gave me something free. So all the profits will go to help support those reviews.